You're good to go.
Thank you, sir. We're good on this side?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to everybody and welcome. I'll call to order this regular meeting of the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners. Today is Tuesday, June 30, 2026, the last day of the month and the official halfway point of this year. Hard to believe. We welcome everybody. Some housekeeping items. We are live streaming the meeting and we are recording the meeting, and would request if you have a cell phone of any type, if you please put it on vibrate or silent. We would appreciate your doing that. We always begin the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'd ask you to remain standing for a brief moment of silence. Commissioner Kennedy, could you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. We'll have a moment of silence. Thank you all very much. Could we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Sanada?
Here.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Bogoy?
Here. Thank you, Ryan. We do have a quorum. And under explanation of procedures to our audience, we have two opportunities for public comment during this meeting, one in just a few moments and then one before we adjourn. And if you'd like to make a comment, you're welcome to. You're welcome to speak both times, or if you just want to speak one of the two times, or if you're just here to listen, that's also fine. You're not obligated to speak. You're welcome to speak. We ask that your comments be related to county government matters, and that if you could try to limit your time to about 5 minutes or so, we'd appreciate that courtesy. And that takes us down to public comments. We are honored today. We have a Boy Scout with us, Nicholas Ditch. Did I get that right, Nicholas? And Nicholas's mother, Rita. We welcome both of you. Nicholas, what grade are you heading into?
Ninth.
Going into ninth grade. Okay, that's wonderful. And are you homeschooled, go to a public school, or
Homeschool.
homeschooled? Okay, that's great. And you have some brothers, I believe, who have also been in scouting.
Yeah.
How many? I've lost track.
Three.
3 other brothers?
Yeah.
Are you the youngest?
Yeah.
Okay. Some would say you're the best looking. Well, we're honored to have you and your mom, and we appreciate you joining us. Do either of you have any public comment at this time?
No, thank you.
And this will, by your being here today, you'll secure, I want to say, a merit badge. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a piece of citizenship in the community.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate it. And today shouldn't be too lengthy of a meeting. So hopefully we won't keep you here too long. Mr. Sanada, would you care to address Nicholas and his mom at this time?
I think I've had an opportunity to honor a couple of your brothers over the years, and this board of commissioners. I did it as a legislator, but I know this board of commissioners looks forward to all 3 of us signing when you get your Eagle someday. And that's been a tradition with the Ditch family,
It is.
right, Chairman? I think
That's right.
It's the ceremonies over the years. So you're the 4th one.
Yeah.
Now, is 2 of your brothers, all 3 have you?
Just 2. The third is working on it. So he will be contacting you guys shortly about his potential project.
Okay.
Wonderful. Good.
And that's on public record, right?
Yeah.
And how he has to do
No, that's
it.
such a great family tradition. Reminds us of Dr. Patton.
Yeah. Good man.
Dr. Patton, a great leader out in the Mohawk area. And his family's been tradition with Eagle Scouts over the years, and he's done a great job in the scouting program. So I'm just happy to see that. And welcome to our meeting today.
Chris, Mr. Kennedy?
The only thing I got to tell you is I only know one other family that has 4 members that are Eagle Scouts. You'll be the second one I know
There we
to get it done. And that's my in-laws. All my brother-in-laws are all Eagle Scouts.
Wow, Jack.
Jack, Jim, Rick, and Tim.
Yeah, that's tremendous. It is. But once again, we welcome both of you. And we will have, before we adjourn, we'll have another opportunity for public comment if you think of anything you need to ask or talk about. We'll move along in the agenda. Under fiscal and contractual, we have the warrant registers, which are also known as check reconciliation registers that are submitted to us almost every week by the county controller's office. They're a listing of all the checks that have been cut, dated June 23 and June 26. Gentlemen, I'll give you time to look them over, and whenever you're ready, I would welcome a motion for us to accept these documents.
Had an opportunity to read them. I'd like to make a motion to accept the documents.
And I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen, and if there are no other questions or concerns about the warrant registers, could we take a roll call, please?
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. I neglected to ask, obviously you have an agenda. Will that be sufficient? Is that what you need to take back for documentation? Okay, good. If there's anything else you need, let us know.
All right.
Thank you. In our packet, we have the minutes of the previous meeting, which was held on June 23. And Dan and Chris, please take whatever time you need to look these over, and whenever you're ready, I could accept a motion for us to adopt the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you both, gentlemen. Any corrections or concerns? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes?
Motion carried.
Thank you. Under written communications, we received one document since our last meeting. It has been sent to us by CEC, Civil and Environmental Consultants, based out of Moon Township in Allegheny County. Let me enter at least part of this into the record. The subject is Act 14, 67, 68, and 127 notification. It comes to us, as noted, from CEC on behalf of Caracan Solar LLC, specifically the proposed Caracan solar facility in Taylor Township. It states here, this county notice under the requirements of Acts 14, 67, 68, and 127 is to inform you that Caracan Solar LLC is applying for coverage under the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection Chapter 102 General NPDES permit for stormwater discharges associated with construction activities. The applicant is Caracan Solar LLC based in Denver, Colorado. The site location. The site is proposed to occupy land in Taylor Township. The site is located on the western side of Martha Street Extension, approximately 1/4 mile south of the intersection with Bryson Mill Road. Bryson Mill Road is a state-maintained road, incidentally. Martha Street Extension is a township road. States here that the site historically and presently consists of meadow and wooded areas. Project description. The proposed project includes construction of a solar power generation facility, including solar array areas, a gravel access road, and associated utility infrastructure. They've also attached a location map. The document is signed by Andy McAvoy and Rachel Updehay. I hope I pronounced, I probably just butchered that poor woman's name. They're both hired by CEC. The map, the site location, a little more specifically, is actually also south of the US Route 422 bypass. As noted, it's west of Martha Street Extension. It would be east of State Route 168 in Taylor Township. We have forwarded this document to our County Planning Commission for their review. Mr. Kennedy, any questions or concerns about this document? Thank you. Mr. Sonata. And I should note that the law requires that we be notified. And while it does not state on here, my assumption is that they have also sent similar documentation to the Taylor Township supervisors. The county does not, the county commissioners have no jurisdiction over this matter, but the law requires that we be notified of this proposal. And this does involve the Department of Environmental Protection, which does have oversight on these types of matters. Gentlemen, may I have a motion to accept this document?
I'll move we accept the document.
I'll second it.
Thank you both. If there are no other concerns, we'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes?
Motion carried.
Thank you, Ryan. Commissioner reports and comments. Looks like I'm up first today. I just have two quick things. I'll note that on Sunday, I had the opportunity to represent the three commissioners at a very nice gathering in Pulaski Township at the former Pulaski Elementary School. This was a community celebration, the upcoming 4th of July, and it was a very nice get-together, very well organized, and saw a lot of friendly and familiar faces. The other thing I'll note is that the courthouse will be closed this Friday, July 3, in observance of the Independence Day holiday, which of course is on July 4. That is all I have at this time, and I'll turn it over to my colleague, Mr. Kennedy.
I really don't have anything. I couldn't make it on Sunday because I had probably the most important thing I do in my life is go watch my little grandson. So I had to do that on Sunday. We had already made them plans before they put that out, but that was right down over the hill from my house.
Yeah.
So it would have been nice to go see all the people. You representatives, let me thank you for doing that.
It's certainly my pleasure, and a lot of people said to tell you hello, as with you, Chris. And anything else, Dan?
No, it's okay.
Mr. Sonata?
I'm going to echo Commissioner Kennedy. I actually was away on this past weekend, and when I scheduled it, none of these events were scheduled, and this happened to be probably one of the busiest weekends in Lawrence County. A lot of stuff occurred, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to come. But when I was there in spirit, I got a chance to see some of the stuff online. And thank you, Chairman, for representing us there. That's always a good event, Mr. Gooch, and that whole gang out there in Pulaski Township. He's done an excellent job with the former school out there. That's really become a mecca out there, I think, for Pulaski and Wilmington, the whole area for community events. It keeps growing every year. So we're really happy to see what that building's transformed into. And that is would have been a special event. I'm just glad that you were there. And you reported back a lot of positive on that. So we're just glad to see that. And I see the city had their Juneteenth celebration, which was actually a week later than normal, because they usually have it right after. Unfortunately, I couldn't be here, but I was there in spirit, and that's always a nice event. They have every year. So, all right, that's really all I have.
Thank you both, gentlemen. I neglected to mention the event in Pulaski Township. They honored both their current and former township supervisors, and there were a number of them in the audience. And one gentleman in particular, who a very dear friend of mine, and I think we all know him, Dr. Lou Grell, who served a couple of terms as a township supervisor. Lou just turned 94. And every year he organizes in the village of Pulaski, their Memorial Day celebration. It's always a very nice event. Lou's just a prince of a guy. It was very nice to see him. That takes us to new business. Gentlemen, the first three resolutions all correspond with one another. Would you mind if I go through them and maybe we just take one vote for three? Is that okay? So let's start. What number is our first resolution?
Number 144.
144, thank you. The three proposals come to us from West Central Job Partnership, which, as you've heard in previous meetings, it's a two-county consortium, Lawrence County and Mercer County. And the 6 commissioners are responsible, we serve as what's known as the governing board, and we are responsible for formally appointing people to serve on the West Central Workforce Development Board, used to be known as the Workforce Investment Board. The Lawrence commissioners appoint representatives from our county, and the Mercer commissioners do likewise for their county. We have 3 people, 2 of whom are up for reappointment and 1 of whom would be a new appointment. Number 144 would be the reappointment of Tammy Barbati. There are certain categories that these board members represent. And incidentally, this Workforce Development Board, these folks do not get paid for what they do. Ms. Barbati would represent the sector known as Workforce Category B3. And her term would run from July 1 of 26 through June 30 of 29. So this is a reappointment. Number 140, any questions on Tammy's proposal? Thank you. Number 145 is a new appointment, Ms. Tina Robinson. She has an Edinburgh mailing address, which I'm guessing she's either in Mahoning or Union Township. She would be a new appointee to the Workforce Development Board. Her sector is, she would represent the small business sector, and her term would also be from July 1 of this year through June 30 of 2029. Any questions on Ms. Robinson? And then finally, a reappointment of Ms. Autumn Bonzo. This would be proposed resolution 146. And Ms. Bonzo is employed by Easy Flow, the Flow Line Division. The company is located out in Shenango Township. This is a reappointment, and her term of office would be similar to that of Ms. Barbati and Ms. Robinson. So gentlemen, these are the 3 appointments, 2 of which are reappointments and the new appointment, resolutions 144, 145, and 146. Chris, any concerns or comments? Dan?
None at all.
Would one of you wish to make a motion for all 3 resolutions?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, gentlemen. Take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sanada?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. We thank these ladies for their willingness to serve. The primary role of West Central Job Partnership is the operation and oversight of the 2 CareerLink offices that are, one of which is here in Newcastle, the other is up in Sharon. Proposed resolution 147. This is a budget amendment. This pertains to the Ag Preservation Board here in Lawrence County. And it looks as though, Joe, I'll ask for your help here. My assumption is that we received some unbudgeted revenue from the Commonwealth in the amount of $33,825. So we're amending the line item of revenue general for the Preservation Board, and then we're going to earmark that towards Ag Preservation Board's expense line item.
That's correct, unanticipated revenue that they received.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. We're happy to. The county makes a contribution to them as well. They certainly do excellent work. Mr. Kennedy, do you have any concerns?
None at all.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Sanada?
No.
Okay, this is resolution 147 that would be the budget amendment to account for this unanticipated revenue of $33,825. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Then I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'll ask Ryan to call the roll.
Commissioner Sanada?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. We have a couple of transfer requests. How about as I read them, if you have any questions, stop me, and then maybe if we get to the end, if you're agreeable, we can take one motion to cover them. The Sheriff's Office is asking for a transfer from within his budget total amount of the transfer is $31,000. It's all coming out of his staff salary line item. $8,000 is transferred over to his maintenance and repairs line item, and $23,000 would be earmarked for his minor equipment line item. Children and Youth Services is asking for a $1,000 transfer from contracted provider care into their advertising line item, and this is to cover costs for Community Care for Kids advertising. And then finally, the tax claim office is asking for a $500 transfer from their contingency into their maintenance and repair line item, and this is to cover cost of repairs on their office printers. Mr. Kennedy, any concerns?
None at all.
And Mr. Sanada?
No.
Joe, I assume you're comfortable?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. May I have a motion to approve these transfer requests?
I'll make that.
And I'll second.
Thank you both, gentlemen. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Takes us down to announcements. Our commissioner meeting, the next public meeting will be 1 week from today, Tuesday, July 7th, in this room, open to the public. And as I think we mentioned earlier, the courthouse will be closed on July 3, Friday, in observance of Independence Day. And I'm not sure if is the state
Yeah.
doing likewise, to your knowledge?
Yeah, they are.
They're closed Friday. Okay, thanks, Dan. Well, we drop down to public comment. We still have some public here. Any questions or concerns that you'd like to offer?
Just thank you for doing what you guys do and your support of Scouting America when you have interacted with us. It's always been pleasant. And from the political side of it, thank you all for getting along. I know you don't always agree, and that's okay, nor should you. But thank you for the model that you give for others to see how people can work together. So I appreciate that as a citizen.
Mr. Dish, I'll comment on that. I think we've shown, all three of us, we've tried to work together. I think we've been fairly successful with that the past, as Chairman Vogler said earlier, it's been March 2.5 years.
It's hard to believe.
Commissioners, yeah, so it's a little milestone for us, but I will say in the 2.5 years, I think we've accomplished a lot. We're going to continue to do more. But that we were only able to do that because we get along, we try to work together. We do it respectfully. And I think that's the message that we've tried to send to the community, and we want to continue on that because this is how things always were run in the past, and we'd like to see that hopefully at the state and the federal level try to emulate what we try to do at the local level, because at the end of the day, I think that we all have the same goal in mind, and that's to make the county better and the state and the nation. So I appreciate your comments on that, because sometimes people don't realize that if we didn't cooperate and work together, we would never have accomplished, I think, what we've accomplished the last 2.5 years. Thank you.
Appreciate your kind comments. Mr. Kennedy, any?
I'll just echo what Chris said. From day one, we said that we're no longer Democrats and Republicans, we're county commissioners. And I gotta say, these two gentlemen, I can't say enough about them, but we do get along and we do work together for the better of the county.
Absolutely. It's visible. It's visible.
I concur with what both Mr. Kennedy and Mr. Sanada had to say. And Nicholas, I'll mention to you, it's funny that you're here today, so close to the 4th of July. Mr. Sanada and I were reminiscing the other day. We're all old enough to remember 1976, which was 50 years ago. It was the bicentennial. And your mom's comments are very timely, and I'll give you a real brief history lesson. That was a presidential election year. And we had the incumbent president, his name was Gerald Ford, and his opponent was former governor of Georgia, a fellow named Jimmy Carter. And it was a very close election. The country didn't know who the winner was until about 3 in the morning, the day after the election. That's how close that election was. And when Mr. Carter won the election, when he was inaugurated in January of '77, he stood up to give his inaugural address, and President Ford was sitting a couple seats away. And the very first thing that President Carter said, he said, on behalf of myself and on behalf of the nation, I want to thank my predecessor, Mr. Ford, for all that he has done to heal this nation. And that was so gracious of him. These two guys were political opponents. And yet Mr. Carter was kind enough to make those remarks about the man he defeated in this election. And then, as years went on, and you might want to Google these two guys, Gerald Ford and Jimmy Carter, because as years went on, they became very, very close friends. And they had an agreement that their agreement was whoever died first, the living person would deliver a eulogy at the funeral. President Ford was an older man than President Carter, so Ford died first. And sure enough, when they had the funeral service, President Carter delivered a eulogy. Those two gentlemen set a tremendous example, and the only editorial comment I'll make is I wish some people in Washington would maybe follow those examples. So, sorry to ramble on, but it's really worth reading about. And then, as you probably know, President Ford is the only president in the nation's history who was an Eagle Scout, and he was very proud of that fact. So, thank you both.
If you want a history lesson, just
He's got
come see
it.
me.
He needs to start writing books,
Yeah.
like lots of books.
Thank you.
One last, Mr. Chairman.
Sure.
You still have those President Ford coins.
Oh, yes. I always give them
I know,
an
that's-
Eagles, when a person becomes an
I
Eagle
know
Scout.
that, that's
Yeah.
why I bring that up. When you
Yeah.
said
I do believe
that,
the boys
it's
have
somebody
one.
has, yes.
We'll get one for you when it's your turn. Again, thank you both. Is there anything we need to sign or?
No, you're good. Yeah, he has a
Okay.
couple questions to answer and he's
Oh,
good.
good. Closing comments, Mr. Kennedy.
None at all, but just thank you for being here.
Closing comments, Mr. Sonata. And then, ladies and Joe, anything we've missed?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Well, we appreciate everyone being here. We wish everybody a safe and enjoyable holiday weekend. Everybody, we want you to all stay healthy. So with that, no other business to be brought before the board. May I please have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye, opposed, same sign. Motion carried. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Joe, if you'd be kind enough to. Thank you.
Well, young man, you picked a good meeting to come.
That was an easy one. Except his question is, what did you disagree on? Never come to one of your meetings where there was too much of that going on.
We've had a few times. I've been on the low end a few times. And you know, you just,